Hey, how are you?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Tian. We're so glad you joined us here today.
Ken's mic's not on, but mine is, because I double-checked it before we started. So good morning, everybody. It's my joy to be here with you while Ken handles his microphone setup over here. I'm Reverend Deanne Weir-Morency. I'm the Associate Minister here. And this year, we are stepping into, so last year was our year of community, which was very aptly named. And so this year, after much sitting and listening, what arose was our year of regeneration. And I don't know about you, but I am ready for a year of regeneration, this opportunity that we have to step into that space and that place that is going to grow within us. So if you have been watching over the past several weeks, we have been focusing on the 12 powers. We've been focusing each week on 4 of the 12 powers, and this week we are continuing with that practice so that you have a deeper understanding of these beautiful, beautiful principles, qualities of the divine that get to show up as our life, that they already are ours. So today we're looking at zeal, understanding. What else are we looking at? Life, zeal, understanding, life, and order. Those are the 4 that we're going to be looking at. And here we have divine order stepping in as we go live with the handheld for Ken.
This says red.
So we're going to start with the first power of understanding. And understanding is our ability to know, to perceive, and to comprehend. And so the affirmation for understanding is, I claim understanding now. I spiritually know and comprehend how to use my powers to be the best person I can be. So can we please know this together right now? I claim understanding now. I spiritually know and comprehend how to use my powers to be the best person I can be. Ooh. And to help support us with this awareness of understanding, which is the awakening within us of some new idea or concept, we have our very own Katie Birchie singing, I See the Light. So I'm going to invite you right now to just sit back as you allow this song, these words, to wash over you.
All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never really knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see the light. It's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light. And it's like the sky is new. And it's warm and real and bright. And the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you. All those days chasing down a daydream, all those years living in a blur, all that time never truly seeing things the way they were. Now I'm here, standing in the starlight. Now I'm here. see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything is different now that I see you. Now that I see you.
And so we breathe into this space, this place of seeing the divinity that we are, the wholeness that we are, the power, the presence, the light, the love. And we allow a new understanding to ripple through our awareness as we allow ourselves to stand in our true nature, as we allow ourselves to anchor, to see, to be the light. I see the light that I am, that you are, that we are. So we breathe, and we are breathed. We welcome a new awareness, allowing any false understandings, small understandings, well-meaning understandings to fall away, to be touched by the truth of light, of love, of grace. How good that is. How grateful I am for this opportunity to stand anchored in the truth of all beingness. In gratitude for this and so much more, I lovingly release it all right here, right now. And so it is. Amen. Ashe.
Anything on your heart this morning, please let us know. The prayer chaplains here at Unity San Francisco would consider it an honor to hold and know the truth for your next good. So you can visit our website. You can submit a prayer request there. Today, every Sunday after service during the interactive time of connection, you can have a private breakout room with a prayer chaplain and share your prayer request there. Every Sunday we have prayer chaplains holding vigil during service. This morning, thank you to our wonderful prayer chaplain, Errol Roloffs, for holding service. And just thank you everyone for being here. Another way that we practice community is reaffirming that connection that we all have. And one way to do that is through the spiritual connection card. You can let us know who you are and how you found out about Unity San Francisco. You can click the button when viewing through our platform, or click the link in the chat if viewing the service through another platform. Let us know and reaffirm that connection with us. Really important is that if you're a first-time guest, please indicate that on the connection card. We just love to send you a little token of our love. So thank you for joining us today. And we're going to be having our first community song, but right after this community song, we're going to have another interactive meet and greet moment. So if you're viewing with us live, you can go to our website and log into that Zoom connection room. We call it the Spiritual Salon. Click on Spiritual Salon, join us right after this song for an interactive sharing of love. And Deanne.
As I said earlier, we're focusing on those 4 powers. So the power that we're going to add in now is the power of life. And life is the ability to energize, enliven, make whole, and invigorate. And life really does speak to Yes, you can bring the slide in there. Life really does speak to this power of regeneration that we are holding for this year, 2021. So the affirmation for the power of life is I use the power of life to energize, revitalize, heal, and regenerate. Can we please know this together? I use the power of life to energize, revitalize, heal, and regenerate. And so it is. So now it's time for our Down in My Soul with our very own Misa Malone. Please sing along and please join us for our community meet and greet right after.
I hear the music. I hear the music. Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I got a new day.
I got a new day.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I got a new day.
I got a new day.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I got a new day.
I got a new day.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I love the silence. I love the silence. Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I love the silence.
I love the silence.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I love the silence.
I love the silence.
In my soul.
Down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power.
I feel the power.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I feel the power.
I feel the power.
Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I feel the power. In your soul.
Down in my soul.
And
the whole wide world is my home.
And the whole wide world is my home. One more. And the whole wide world is my home.
So please join us for our interactive meet and greet.
Hi, Mira. Hi, Frank. Hi, Noelle. Denise. Hello. Wish you were all here. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello, everybody. So good to see you all. I've got Jean with me here. It is so good to see all your faces and seeing people coming into the room. Sending you lots and lots of love. Yeah, no, we can't hear them.
Come here, please. Come here. Here we go, guys. Hi.
I'm here with Karen Ray. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Oh, it's good to see your
Oh my
faces.
God, such a cute dog.
Hey, can you spotlight someone for me here, Cleo? Let's see.
I'm standing here with my wife.
There's Errol.
There's Errol holding vigil. Thank you, Errol.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
I heard Laurie. I heard Laurie's distinctive, beautiful voice.
Elaine, you're
Hi,
not
Jean. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Alan. You look great.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Alan.
Love the glasses.
Hey, hi, everybody.
All right, everybody, we're gonna head back to the platform. We're gonna mute everyone here, and we're gonna head back to Tyler on the platform. Tyler?
Good to see you all. What a wonderful time of sharing of love and energy. Thank you. Good to see you. Now, here at Unity, we always provide that opportunity to engage in giving and receiving. If you would like to share your love in the form of a donation with Unity San Francisco, we want to make that as easy as possible. One way is simply text 44321 to Unity SF. You can also click the button for offering a donation just below the video if you're viewing on our platform, or click the link in the chat if you're viewing on another platform. Share your love with us here at Unity San Francisco. We always ask one of our members to share why they give to Unity San Francisco, and this week is one of our licensed Unity teachers sharing why he gives. Let's welcome Dave Cooperberg.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Unity San Francisco. I've been involved with Unity since, I don't know, like 2010. And what stood out to me when I first became active, when I would come in the morning early because Alan Klein, my husband, was on the board, and I would be hanging around, and it helped fold the handouts. And maybe it was Kate Thornton who started it, but I just remember hugging people and really getting into it. I really loved the hugging and greeting of all you as you came in. Of course, nowadays, it'll be a while before we get back into that physical hugging. But the thing about hugging that I noticed very powerfully is that giving is receiving. That when I give you a hug, I get that hug. And it feels really good. It's really about being present with one another. And that's how I feel about giving to Unity San Francisco. I've been tithing financially for I don't know how many years. There are so many ways of giving. You can take Ken's abundance class to learn more about how giving is receiving in terms of financial and other abundance. But it is in all sorts of ways. So as a licensed Unity teacher, I'm going to be teaching the 5 basic principles starting this week. It's a way I have of giving and a way of receiving. For to do that class, I have to engage more deeply into these principles and see where the principles really teach us about seeing how giving is receiving, how we are all one at core. And so part of being part of the Unity community for me is engaging, whether it's classes, whether it's financially, because I feel more a part of community by being active in it. So I welcome you to whatever degree you feel comfortable engaging in these practices, because we want you, we need you. You are part of Unity. And thank you all, Unity community.
Thank you, Dave. And I have a microphone now, so I always have a voice and I always have a platform, but I'm glad that you are able to hear me now. And we have an affirmation that we've created for this day, especially since we just studying the 12 powers. And it's, I use my 12 powers to manifest an abundant life. I give and receive with joy and faith. Can we know that together? I use my 12 powers to manifest an abundant life. I give and receive with joy and faith. And so it is. And now it is my pleasure once again to introduce Katie Birchie as she's singing a song that I love and is in the Absolute Abundance class. It's called Have It All. Katie, take it away.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the words happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times that we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times that we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. All you can imagine. Oh, no matter what your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, go, go. Raise your glasses. Go, go, go. You can have it all. I toast you. Here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
That was amazing. It's wonderful to have your voice filling this space, and I was up here just dancing with you. Love that song, and I want you to have it all. And it brings us to this week. It's been such an amazing and tumultuous week here in San Francisco, in our nation, in the world. So many wonderful things have happened. And as I was looking at these four powers we're talking about today, and looking at the life's events and abundance and all of the things that are going on, I wanted to talk about that, having it all, because it's not enough to have the financial resources you need if you don't have love in your life. It's not enough to have the wonderful family and all the love if you can't put food on the table. Right? There is a balance. There is a truth to life that is so important, that we are capable and deserving of having it all. the totalness of life without limits, without any limitation at all. We can have the family and the love and the job and the resources and manage it, enjoy it, laugh through it. And it's hard because we all get out of balance, right? Work takes over, life takes over. Something happens in our families with our health or with someone else's health, and things come out of perspective. And that happens for a season, but sometimes also what happens in our lives is that we stay stuck in the unbalance, the imbalance. And the 12 powers, I have learned, is a great way to help balance life itself. One of the things that happened this week was the inauguration of Joe Biden as our president. And if you watched any of it, or if you were anywhere around an electronic device, you knew that one of the things that happened in this week was a young woman, a 22-year-old woman from LA, blew up the internet with her poem. And she took an amazing idea, the hill we climb, and turned it into incredible art. I could not believe it as I listened to it, and I kept listening to it over and over again. And I wanted to talk about it in a specific way today. She took words we all use every day or in our lifetimes, and elevated them to a place of art that was truly divine. And if you look at her words and her delivery through the prism of some of our 12 powers, you see them come to life. So I'm going to offer us two things. Let's look at two of the powers. The first one we did at the beginning, which is understanding, the ability to know, perceive, and comprehend. Now, understanding is different from wisdom because wisdom is about a group understanding or a higher understanding, a divine wisdom that comes through us. That ancient wisdom. Understanding is our ability to see what's happening in real time and to see the bigger picture within it, or see the possibilities within it, to comprehend the wholeness of the situation, and it's more appropriate to our everyday and constant living. And we claim understanding to be able to work in the world. And the second one is order. Now, this often gets confused in unity, and people think that order means predestination or that God is giving us something in order. But order in unity, and what we're talking about here, is the organization, the sequencing of life, that one thing happens after the next. In life and in Amanda Gorman's talk, she uses order as in the title, the hill we climb, right? It is a process. Order is about the process of manifestation. And what stands before us, she uses the phrase, what stands before us? What stands before us is the journey, and in the journey is the divine order. In understanding, she uses the words, this nation isn't broken, it's just unfinished. So with the idea of understanding and order, I invite you to listen to the first part of her talk again, of her poem, again, so that you can see it with this perspective.
When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just is isn't always just is. And yet the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true. That even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious, not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division. Scripture tells us to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. If we're to live up to our own time, then victory won't lie in the blade, but in all the bridges we've made. That is the promised glade, the hill we climb, if only we dare it, because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We've seen a force that would shatter our nation rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith we trust, for while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us.
History has its eyes on us. In her words, in the words of her poem, she expresses an understanding of what's happening in real time that is beyond anything that is human. It is divine, it is heightened, it is spiritual, it is important. And in her words, she finds order. Even as we grieve, we grow. That is the definition of order, that through the process things unfold and develop in the midst of the journey of life. Eloquence, brilliance, humanity, spirituality, all combined in this art, this moment that elevates us all to be able to see and say and clearly that democracy may be delayed, but it will not be denied. It cannot be postponed forever. It is inevitable. And to hold that space. For the last years, we have been looking for a way to express the longing, the heartache, the drive for this kind of communication of our national, personal, and spiritual longing for this one nation conceived with the idea that all people are created equal. and that all people have equal opportunity. And this young woman, this 22-year-old, as she self-describes, encapsulated it so beautifully for me. I was stunned. In the next part of her speech, she starts to talk with energy and zeal. Our power of zeal is the ability to be enthusiastic, passionate, to start things, to motivate. Now, she certainly has zeal in the beginning too, but she talks about it in a new way in the second half. And she says literally that we have the power to bring out laughter in the midst of all of this. And then the next power we want to talk about is life itself, the ability to energize, enliven, make whole, and invigorate. And in this second half, she does a beautiful way of reimagining, reinvigorating, and repurposing Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech with his calls to every part of our nation to rise up. And she does it in her own words, in her own way, recreating life. So I give you the second half of her talk, and I had asked you to look for the powers of life and the powers of zeal.
This is the era of just redemption. We feared it at its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So, while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be, a country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens. But one thing is certain: if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we were left. With every breath from my bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the gold-limbed hills of the west. We will rise from the wind-swept northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked south. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover in every known nook of our nation, in every corner called our country. Our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade of flame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it. For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it.
There is always light. Only we're brave enough to see it and be it. That idea, that power, that strength is encapsulated in all of our 12 powers. Yes, she has the balance in this talk of love, strength, wisdom, power, imagination, faith, understanding, will, order, zeal, release, illumination, and life. All those brought together in this beautiful moment to uplift us all. So I invite us to use these powers, to use the powers that are inherent in us and in divine gifts that are constantly given to us, to give them to the world. To use our words to lift up, to use our actions to lift others up, to make a difference in the world, one word, one action at a time. For we have it within us, even in the midst of the pandemic, in the midst of an economic downturn, in the midst of insurrection and divisiveness and hatred and murder, to be the divine capacity of love and wisdom and strength and order. For weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. We always have the ability to see and be the light if we are only brave enough. Let's take that to our time of meditation. I'm going to invite us all to relax and to have Misa lead us in a new song. Well, not a new song, but a different song. I Am Open.
I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. There's an open road as far as I can see, and my heart will lead the way. Step by step through the mystery, I surrender every day. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open, open. I am open, open. I am open.
I am open. I am open, and I see. I see the possibilities that lie ahead of me. I see the infinite possibilities in every situation, knowing that it will be unfolding. In grief we grow, in life we take on more and more. We reimagine what is as what could be. We lift our voices to say we will not be divisive, but additive. We will bring together, for what lies before us is greater than any moment, situation, incident in the present. So we use the divine powers of wisdom, of understanding, of release and of love. To see that what lies before us in our life is greater than we can ever imagine. Wherever you are, whatever your current circumstance, I invite you in this moment to let my words lead you in your imagination, your powerful imagination, to what could be now, here in the silence. Open to the possibilities as our mind takes us on this trip of imagination and infinite potential. We let our heart lead the way. We let divine wisdom guide every step. We let go and we embrace life with zeal, with joy, with enthusiasm. For we are open to something we cannot quite grasp, but lies right here at our fingertips.
I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open, open,
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Ken. Thank you, Misa. One of the teachings that we practice here at Unity San Francisco is to use the power of my will to set an intention, especially in moments of inspiration like this. So we call them spiritual practices. There's some suggestions here, and if these words ring true for you, I invite you to make them your own. So some intentions right now. I am setting forth my intention to enthusiastically embrace and compose life. You can join with me in my practice this week. I'm choosing to add that intention to embrace understanding wholeheartedly. And also this week, adding to my practice, I want to allow order to flow with divine timing. And I choose right now to joyfully be the light that the world needs. So you can choose any of these four, all of these four. You can write your own. You can participate with us by joining us with the spiritual practices that are located within your spiritual connection card. You can find these by clicking one of the buttons just below the video if you're viewing on our platform, or click the links in the chat. You'll find buttons for the connection card and spiritual practices, but also for submitting a prayer request. And if you choose to donate, there's buttons or a link to donate to Unity San Francisco. Thank you so much for practicing with us.
And now it is time for the blessing of the children. Thank you, Tyler. In this moment, I'm really struck that the potential of our children is just astronomical. Amanda Gorman was, as she says, was raised by a single mom in LA, and the heights to which she inspires the rest of us is just astonishing. So remembering that in the smallest beings is some of the greatest wisdom we may ever hear. In the smallest beings are some of the greatest potential for the world. How we hold them is important. So for all of the children on this planet, all of the infinite possibilities that their lives contain, we know this affirmation: you are God's perfect expression of divine life. We love you exactly the way you are. Can we know that together? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We love you exactly the way you are. And so it is. Yeah, and so we are continuing with the Absolute Abundance series. We're starting the year off with First Steps. We had our first class last week, but today is the last chance for you to join First Steps. And First Steps is baby steps into our abundance teachings and practices, but it is not necessarily for beginners. It is about the fundamentals, the base on which we stand. So if you would like to start this year with a refresher of the unity, prosperity, and abundance principles and practices, I invite you to join us this afternoon at 3 o'clock and experience the practice of gratitude and abundance in a new way.
Today's the last day to join your class, is
Correct.
that right?
It is the last day. It closes after this, so today's the last day to join.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we also have Dave Cooperberg, as he mentioned while he shared why he gives, is going to be teaching the 5 principles. That's going to be on Wednesdays, January 27th through March 3rd from 5 to 6:30 p.m. This particular book is really a wonderful, clear, foundational, informative place. If you're new to Unity teachings, this is a wonderful place to start. And if you are have been in this teaching for a long time, Ellen Debenport has a way of distilling down and putting into a much more sort of modern vernacular and perspective exactly what it is that we teach and believe. So it's going to be a really great class. Don't miss that. You can find out more on our website.
And also, Dave Cooperberg is also doing his monthly dream workshop. He does a wonderful way of interpreting dreams through the Unity teachings and perspective, and it's a group effort. They come together and interpret a dream or maybe a couple dreams with the understanding of Unity principles. It's a free class that you can just sign up for on our website. It's Tuesday, February 2nd. That's not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday.
The people who go love it.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Check it out. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah.
Also, here at Unity San Francisco, we are a member-driven organization. So Ken and I don't own this church.
No.
And Unity San Francisco isn't some entity that actually owns the church. It's the members that own all of it.
And membership is a constant growing and expanding, constantly shifting group of people here that are consciously choosing to step up and become leaders and owners of Unity San Francisco. And it's been this way for over 100 years.
I know, we have a really long legacy.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in becoming a member here at Unity San Francisco, you can do so on our website. To be a member means that you are giving of your time, talent, and treasure. And while we know that has been challenging perhaps to give of your time during COVID, we are making allowances for that particular piece. If any of the classes that we just mentioned will meet the requirements for becoming a member, as will my class, Embodied Principle, which is going to be starting in February. If you make the commitment to take that class, that can also act as
Yes. One of the
meeting
requirements
requirement.
is that you've taken a Unity class.
And that you take one every year.
Yes.
Because we're
Right.
a growing consciousness. We don't just do something and then sit back for a decade on the same old understandings.
Because life ain't staying still
No,
either.
life is not standing still. Thank goodness, right?
yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yes, I'm hoping for some regeneration this year.
That's right. And classes
Regeneration.
are a great way to regenerate.
Yeah. So
We have an annual meeting coming up on February 21st. It's going to be immediately after service via Zoom and live stream. It's open to members and non-members alike. If you would like to come and find out more about sort of what's happening behind the curtain, what our financial updates are, what the plans, the strategic planning is going to be for the coming year, please do join us. If you are a member, that does give you voting rights. And it also means that you can serve on the board if that's something that speaks to you about stepping into leadership.
And so today we have our community connection immediately following service. You can stay in the Spiritual Salon Zoom room and we get to say hi. Deanna is going to be leading the Spiritual Salon at 12:15. Prayer chaplains are also available for prayer in the Spiritual Salon. First steps will be at 3 o'clock today. That's the last opportunity to join. And on Sundays, we didn't mention this at the beginning because I lost my mic. Reverend Elizabeth does an incredible job of leading our pre-service meditation. It's from 10 to 10:30 on Sunday mornings, and you can click a button on our website to join it, and you can find out more on the website too. But it will happen next Sunday at 10 o'clock.
And thank you to everybody who makes service happen. Tyler, thank you over here behind me. To our fabulous staff and singers and audio, visual, to Alex. I mean, it really
And
does.
even away in Atlanta, Jared is
Yeah, that's
running
right.
a
We've
Zoom
got
room.
people remote all over the place. And also just thank you. Thank you for joining us, for being with us through what has been truly a very interesting time. And Unity San Francisco has remained cohesive and strong and solid, and that is you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we're going to take our year of regeneration into another step by bringing in another possible closing song today. And it's about gratitude. And it's Karen Drucker's I'm So Grateful. You may know it. I invite you to sing along and to use the hand motions with us if you'd like to do that too.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
So grateful.
Grateful for this time together.
Yes. Thank you all. Have a beautiful Sunday. We'll see you in the spiritual salon.